Good evening, y'all. This is Real with Robo. Um, my son and I were talking last night about police and what is going on with the police. What do you think about these stats, Cody? Robo-Star.
I do not like them.
In January alone, 18 officers across the country were shot. What do you think about that?
I offer my prayers and apologies to their families and hope that those, if they didn't die, they recover.
Okay, so, well, not apologies. You're not the one that shot him.
I still feel bad
Why do you feel bad?
because they're cops. They protect us.
They're cops, they protect us. Okay. And so you feel bad and you feel the need to say you're sorry to them for the people that did hurt them?
Not for them.
Okay. That's just what's on your heart?
I'm sorry that they have to suffer and that these idiots put them through that.
Oh. You have a cop that's working at your school, don't you?
Yes, sir. I mean, ma'am. I'm sorry I make that mistake a lot.
He's kind of nervous, so bear with him.
I'm sorry.
I'm probably worse than most of y'all captains out there. Sir is not a demeaning thing for me. Snap to attention, boys. So what does that school officer do?
He protects us.
From what? What do you need to protect from your teachers? Your teachers going wild?
School shooters.
School shooters?
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
They also keep the school and school children in order.
Do you think that if a school shooter came in there, that officer would give their very life to save your life?
Yes,
Why?
because he is an officer and his job is to protect us.
So that you just think that he'd just do it? Do you have any doubt in your mind that he would?
No, I have no doubt in my mind that he would.
How do you feel safe having an officer of the law in your school?
Because,
I said, how do you feel?
how do I feel?
Yeah.
I feel good.
Every time you see him walking along the hallways, how does that make you feel?
Safe.
Safe? That would probably make me feel safe too. Did you know that two officers, Officer Mora and Officer Riviera, they both got gunned down? Now, what the thing was is they got called a domestic violence call, and they were gunned down by the guy who's the son of the person that called. And even after they were being shot, their rookie partner that they were training pushed the lady to safety and then returned fire. What do you think about that officer, that even though that woman's son, he killed his two friends, his two officers, fellow officers, he still said, when he heard the gunshots, he said, ma'am, go to safety, and made sure she was safe before he went in there to help his friends. What do you think about that officer?
He was brave for helping the civilian get out of the scene, and yeah.
Would you have done that?
I would.
If your friends were getting hurt in a room and the lady who gave birth to the person that was hurting your friends was in danger, would you save the lady before going to save your friends? It's okay if you answer no, because I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, your son is sitting in there killing my friends. I'm not finna worry about you. If you get shot by your son, that's on you, lady.
I don't really know how to respond to that, but honestly, I would help my friends too.
It takes a big man to do that, don't it? Takes a big man to help protect a lady and then go and save his friends. I think it takes a hero. Okay, let's say you were going for a walk in New York, okay? And you see a bunch of bad guys coming your way. And then you turn around to walk the other way and you see a bunch of cops coming your way. How do you think that would make you feel?
Can you repeat the first part?
You got bad guys coming this way. You got cops coming this way towards you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think how would you feel about the bad guys? You think they'd stand a chance against the NYPD?
Doubtfully.
So if you saw a cop in your neighborhood, say a cop lived next door to you, would you feel scared that criminals would break in and hurt you?
Nope.
Why not?
Because one, there's a cop. Two, I wouldn't feel scared anyways because family.
Okay, but mostly because there's a cop, huh? He's right across the street. And you think he's going to wake up in the middle of the night if he heard you yelling and come racing toward the yelling to see if everyone's okay?
Well, yeah. In my opinion, I think they would.
Why?
Because they're heroes.
Why do they do that, though? If they hear someone yelling and scared for their lives, especially a kid, why do you think they do that?
Well, one I would have to say is instinct. If you hear someone yelling in fear, you naturally either run towards them or run away from them, and running away from them is just not a response for cops, in my opinion.
They just don't do that?
They're natural heroes, in my opinion.
Oh, well. So, what if I told you that the NYPD and other police are hurt real bad because of organizations like BLM and DAs like Alvin Bragg and the 9th precinct or city council member, the 9th district council member, because they all hate cops and they all do cops very, very wrong. Well, what do you think about that? What do you think about people that treat cops badly?
I think we have more room down in this apartment complex, maybe for the police.
So you think that NYPD should move down to Tennessee? I ain't mad about that. I've been trying to tell them that all this time. Memphis police is hiring. They just had a job fair at the city center today. I'm sure they'll pull another one together if you boys want to come down and join us. How would you feel about having New York Police Department, the most efficient and elite police department? Did you know that police departments around the world model their police department after the New York Police Department?
I did not necessarily know that.
Why do you think they do that? Why does the world try and have police departments like New York Police Department?
Well, because
they're elite.
They're elite.
Oh, they're elite. For the police that don't know what elite is, That is when you are super over elite. He plays video games, so when something is leaked to him, that means that you are the top of the top, the best of the best.
And not just elite, but 1337 elite.
Ah.
Yes.
And that's a troll way to spell elite.
Yes.
Well, what do you think of all these groups that are trying to defund the police? Take their money away so they can't be on the streets? Because you know that when someone says defund the police, it means take their money away so that they have to start dropping departments and stuff like that.
Well, for every person saying defund the police, I would believe there's at least one or two other people saying refund the police.
And defend the police?
And defend the police, yes.
If you
And
saw...
children stand with you.
Say again?
Children stand with you.
You love police, don't you?
I back my boys in blue, yes.
How about your girls in blue?
And my girls in blue.
Aha, so you back the thin blue line. Why do you back it? I mean, they're just people too. I mean, what do they... I always say that they're the ones that stand between us and the criminals. Is that true?
Yes, they keep the bad guys in jail.
They keep the bad guys in jail and off the streets?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm curious, so I'm going to ask this. If you were in a shopping mall and you heard gunfire and you saw a cop and you saw anybody else in the world, not me, not your dad, not your stepdad, but anybody else in the world, who would you run to first?
The cop.
Why?
Because I feel like he would save me.
You feel like they would save you?
Yes, they would save me.
Is that a definite they would save you, or is that a maybe they might?
They would put the lives of the civilians in front of theirs.
So you think that they would give their own life?
Yes.
To save adults?
Yes.
How do they feel about children? Do you even know?
They would probably save them too.
But I mean, how do you think they feel about children?
I don't know.
When they see an adult and they see a child, well, what do you think they think about the kid? Do you think that they stay all cop-like and businessy, or do you think they kind of melt and become, it's okay, honey, we'll make you safe, we'll keep you safe? Which one do you think cops do?
I think they would melt. Mm-hmm.
They melt? I've seen many a cop melt at the sight of a kid. So you're a kid. So this is how NYPD and a lot of other police departments feel. They feel like no one is on their team. No one is on their side. No one cares about them. And that we adults, we could tell them all day that we love them. Do you have a special message for them?
Yeah, I kind of do, and this is gonna be made up on the fly, so I hope you don't mind if it sounds bad. I don't care if it sounds bad, but I just want you guys to keep fighting for what you believe is right. I want you guys to keep fighting to protect civilians and everybody else against criminals.
Do kids need them?
Kids need you, and so do adults. America needs you. And whatever else country you serve for, if there's any foreign police departments.
He's getting teary-eyed.
I'm not. I don't want to.
I know. Allergies. Yes, allergies.
In the winter, yes, allergies.
He's getting teary-eyed for the simple fact is that he didn't know that you guys felt that way, that you guys didn't want to be cops anymore. You felt no one cared about you, no one loved you. Do you love them? Well, tell him.
I love you.
Do you need them?
Yes, I need you, cops.
Do children need them to make them safe?
Children do need them, and if they were gone, then children wouldn't feel safe at all.
So children wouldn't feel safe at all if cops were gone?
They would not, in my opinion.
You want to take us out of here, or should I?
Sure, go ahead.
That's Cody Robo-Star, my son. He's 14 years old, nearly 15.
I'm Robo-Star.
NYPD, other police departments. If for nothing else, I want you to look at this little face. He said he needs you. Children need you. Adults need you. We all love you. They love you. And if cops vanished, if there were no cops, then no child would feel safe. That's what you do.
I back the blue.
That's what your job is. But moreover, that's how children feel about you. And that's real with Robo.
Love you, cops.